Hi, everybody. I am Manny Simone with the South Florida Blade for Hotspots Media Group, and thank you so much for being with us today. Today, I'm going to be chatting with Reniese McNeal, and she is a program coordinator for the Substance Use Disorder Case Management Program with SunServe Social Services. Reniese, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So, Reniese, please tell us, our viewers, a little bit about what this program is.
Okay, here at SunServe, the Substance Use Disorder Case Management Program, I like to say that what we actually do is help people newly in recovery. We help improve your quality of life. What is often misunderstood is when you stop using drugs or alcohol and you're ready to move on, there are things that you're going to need. You may not think about it at the time, but really simple things like an ID. An ID takes you long and far. You never think about it because, why would you, right? So there are IDs and birth certificates and there's housing, because oftentimes the clients that we come across are homeless. So we want to help you with these things. Improving your quality of life is a stepping stone. What we want to do is to create a foundation for these clients that come through here.
Absolutely. And you hit on a really valid point. I think people who are not familiar with those in recovery think, okay, I made the choice to be in recovery and now things are better. But I think you make a really valid point that people don't realize that a lot of things that we take for granted every day are actually a huge part of the process and present a lot of obstacles for people in order to move forward. So I think that's actually a really great thing that you're doing. I know that your program is targeting individuals who are either at risk or directly affected by HIV and AIDS. So can I ask, why is the program focusing on this group?
We are focusing on this group because they are little recognized. You don't realize society in general does not realize how important it is to look at those, let's say, who are normally in our shadow or what do you call this? Your hindsight or whatever. You don't pay attention to that because it doesn't affect you directly at this moment.
Exactly right.
So what we are looking at is the fact that this is a little targeted community of individuals, but it's huge. We are not realizing how big this community really, really is.
And especially in South Florida.
Particularly.
Mm-hmm. So if someone is interested in coming to you and enrolling in this program, what are the beginning steps? Like, what should people expect upon coming to you and expressing interest in the program?
Well, there's meeting me.
Well, that's a gift all in of itself.
What I like to do is have a conversation with individuals because this program is voluntary.
Okay.
Have a conversation with an individual. What they self-disclose to me is where I am able to begin with the assistance that is needed. That's a whole conversation. If you want to be a part of this program, this particular program is not for profit and is funded by grants. So we take on anyone that has no insurance.
So that means that the program, how much then would it be for someone who is interested? Is there a cost involved with this if it's being assisted with grants, or how does that work?
There is no cost for this program, and that is why I am looking at people that have no insurance or what do they call a limited insurance.
Sure.
First of all, please understand case management is not covered under your health insurance, okay? But we branch out in order to help as well, because we do provide outpatient therapy for the substance disorder. We also provide medication management if there are co-occurring issues. If they need psychotropic medication, we are able to help with that. That's where the no insurance piece gets a little shaky, because for me, in case management, I can help you. You can be in my program and I can continue to help, but I do have resources to refer you to if you have some kind of health insurance, which therapy and medication management do fall under. So I am trying to incorporate everything that is needed, most assuredly.
Yeah, and that's what's great. It sounds like you're doing a really comprehensive plan for these people, and that's a pretty amazing thing. So obviously we are still in the midst of COVID-19. You know, we're obviously coming up on the second wave soon, and I'm sure there are people out there who might be interested in coming to meet with you and go to SunServe to get some services, but might be afraid to do that due to social distancing and COVID. So is there a way that people can start this process or access some of these services from home?
Absolutely. You know, we're much used to telling the client to come on into the office. We're going to sit down and we're going to take care of the paperwork and
right,
wonderful things, right?
Right.
With the COVID, we have had to adjust how we present. So my thing is, I'm excited because most people, unlike myself, not great, are tech savvy. So we have created an online intake package.
Okay.
The documentation that they need to sign, I can email it, I can text it. You know, my staff, they do that. And they can sign it online and send it back to me. We can communicate virtually. This is fun. Virtually, by phone, and we can still get those things done. We can still help with those things. Our medication management ARNP does all of that over the phone now. The therapy is provided virtually through telehealth. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Perfect. So yeah, it sounds like you guys have taken the ball and run with it, and you've adjusted as you've needed. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So I want to touch on one thing before we go. I think people who have not worked in the social services industry don't realize that case management is not the easiest job. I would love for our viewers to hear from you about something that has been challenging in this position and also something that has been rewarding for you.
Well, can we switch them to rewarding?
Okay.
Rewarding. Case management is a full-on service. People don't always understand that. There are levels of case management. I am considered more of a field case management person. Okay. So I will come to you. I will hold your hand. I will provide you with support. I will give you resources that you can use and all those things. So we had a 73-year-old man who had been homeless for about 10 years. He got out of prison and there was no place for him to go, nothing for him to do. So he remained homeless for the 10 years after spending 17 years in prison.
Wow.
That particular client is now housed, insurance. He has his monthly income. He's really happy and doing well. His most favorite thing is for me to bring him Burger King. He loves it, and I am more than happy to do that for him.
Sure.
Because right now he can't go to the Burger King.
Right.
Almost 80 years old. He can't go to the Burger King.
And again, that's the perfect example of a little thing that we take for granted every single day, like something as simplistic as going to a place to get something that you like to eat. And we don't realize that a lot of people aren't able to do something so basic. But thank you for that. And so lastly, for our viewers, after maybe hearing you and your story and your services, they might be interested in getting some information either for them or for a loved one. And so where can they get more info about your program?
Well, of course, please feel free to give us a call at SunServe, and our phone number is 954-764-5150, extension 186, rings directly on my desk, or you can leave a message. You can also go online and find our website, SunServe, and just pick one of the wonderful programs that we have. We have an array of programs at SunServe. We have youth, women, mental health. We have everything. We help.
Amazing.
That's what we do here.
You sure do. All right, Reniese McNeal, Program Coordinator for the Substance Use Disorder Case Manager Program with SunServe. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today and to give our viewers some information. And also, thank you for the work that you are doing for our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for talking with me.
Of course.
All right.